Hello, my friends. I welcome you all to the Creative Thinkers Hub channel. Today, we are going to be seeing that how we could design a resume altogether. So you have a portfolio ready. Okay, you want to go and apply for a designer's position or whatever that is there. So how are you going to be doing it? So for that, the first thing what we are going to be doing is go to our Microsoft Word. Now, if some of you all have got Microsoft Word, which is an official version, that is Microsoft 365, you all must be having this particular thing by the name of templates. Okay. Now, this thing, when you come here and you see a resume and cover letters, so this on its own gives you a lot of resumes. So it gives you a good range of things that you could choose from. So let's say that this particular layout is there. I'm not going to click on any of them. We are going to just see them from here because today we are going to cover A to Z of resumes. Okay. So in that particular scenario, we are going to take this one notch further. So in this, as you can see in this particular thing, the bold modern resume. So you have your face, you have your about me kind of thing. Let's click on, yeah, just let's look at this. Okay. So you have a profile, you have a contact, you have your website, you have your email, and you have your hobbies. Okay. The skills are kind of in percentage over here. So it's a bar graph that leads to 100, and then your work experience and education. So this is actually, it covers practically everything that you need to do. Now, what are the elements to, before we start designing, what are the elements as you can see here? So what is your profile? Okay, let's say that you have learned whatever that I have been teaching or from somewhere else, and you have got your proficiency in your CorelDraw basics, and you have kind of been able to design simple logos. You have done a lot of posters. You have done a lot of magazine ads. You have done simple graphic design elements and things like that. So you talk about yourself, that you know who you are and what you have been able to do. Then obviously your education, it is going to vary from different person to different person. So it always starts from the latest, always. So latest is your, and then so let's say that you are a degree holder. So degree holder will come here. Your 12th standard will come lower. Your school will come lower than that. So that's how you sequence your whole resume. Then in your work experience also, the latest is going to be your, so company name, job title, and if you are working, have been working in different countries, then your company name, comma, your location, and then your job title. So same with this and same with this. So if you have two, three kind of things over here, then very good. Then these are your skills. So let's say your skills in different aspects of designing. So it could be something as simple and starting with, I'm a designer who designs for, so logo design, then magazine design, then poster design. And then obviously you are going to look at your interpersonal skills. So your management skills, your, how you talk and things like that. Then even an option is there of your languages also, which you can put here. And obviously then your hobbies. Okay. Do not use hobbies like watching movies and things like that. They do not work in your favor because they are actually a waste of time. Okay, so make sure that you are using relevant hobbies. Then this over here, see now your hobbies is replaced by activities. Okay, everything else remains the same, and this is a 1:2 layout. Okay, so the one continues this way. This, they have broken it in the middle. Okay, but it's fine, you can even do this. Designing everything is allowed. Okay, so this is also good layout. Then this is your cover letter. So always remember, your cover letter should be of the same layout as your uh, resume. So the cover letter of this one is here. Okay, so this is how you will write the cover letter. So your layout of your resume as well as your cover letter should be very similar. If not in terms of complete layout, at least in terms of color and core elements. For example, if you are using a particular color in your resume and you are using a block system, okay, it means you have made a border around your resume. That same border element, at least with the same color, should be in your cover letter. So there should be a kind of a continuation that you can see here. Okay, so this is again a 1:3 and 2:3 layout. Okay, so these are, this you will find in plenty in this. If you see, all of them are 1:2:3, 1:3 is to 2:3, all of them. Okay, so this is what they give you. Now over here, this is also a very smart way of doing it, where all the contact information is here. Okay, and then the layout is done. This particular thing is again a very simple layout. So let's say that you don't have a lot of text. Let it be very simple. Okay, like this is the resume. You see. So, but then this gap should be good enough. Okay. Another option that you could do is that you could have experiences written this way and then have a bracket, you know. So experiences rotated 90 degrees and then have a bracket here. Same with education, same with skills, same with contact, and same with profile. So you could have that bracket type thing over here, light, very light, thin 0.5 point line, and your profile, experience, etc., written that way in a bracket format. Now over here, design director, senior director, designer. So his work experience is written this way. This is about himself, that you know what he is, his contact information, his name, and yes, you could put your picture here or your whatever. Okay, now these empty spaces are kind of what his balance is coming out to be. Okay, and this empty space is balancing this space. So you have to respect that. If you are putting your picture here, you'll have to put some design element here also, which is going to balance it. So kind of, you know, use a graphic element here, like for example a hexagon or a circle, or you know something, or for all you know a target board. Okay, so use a part of the target board here and then have a watermark of the target board even over here. So that is how you could add balance to the whole thing. Okay, then over here he's only done 1 degree, so therefore this layout is done over here, and then he's talking about his strengths. Okay, that what is his curiosity, what is his leadership skills, problem solving skills, etc. So they are all what comes in the bar chart, including your designing and advertising and marketing and you know communication. They all could actually come in over here. Then this is another very interesting layout. Okay, this is your name, your whatever, and then he goes address, phone number, email, and then objective. So he keeps to this layout, but he also breaks it into three. Okay, so this is a very smart layout, I would say, and this could be really exploited in the right way. Now, how do I mean exploited? Okay, let's say he's got three education. Okay, let's try and draw this. So in this, now let's say I make this layout. Okay, now on top, no, have a shape or something like that, you know, a pentagon or a hexagon or whatever you may want. You can have your image here. Okay, you can have your image here, and then you could have your contact information within these brackets. Fine. Then you create a line here. Now, so this, if you see, it is a 1:3 layout. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is a 1:3 layout. Now, in this, let's say I have my education. Okay, I have one college, second college, and third college. Then I put a line. Then I have my experience. Okay, then again, experience also I've got three on. So 1, 2, and 3. So you're following this layout. Okay, all throughout. And then let's say that now I want to add my other things. So let's say my hobbies, then my skills. Okay, and the last one would be reference. Okay, now these have to fit within this bracket altogether. So how you have to work around this? Let's say in your hobbies you have got five things. Okay, in your skills you have got four things, and in your reference you have got five things. Okay, or let's make this five and let's make this four. Okay, so in this, no, how you have to work? Let's say that this is your top line. Okay, of your first text. So this is my first text. So let's say hobbies, I say cycling. Okay, I'm using the top line. So this is my top line, my skills. So I would say teamwork. Okay, and reference, I would say John Doe. Okay, and then what is there? You have one more, and then the last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my last one. Now in my last one, I have got reading. Okay, same here, 1, 2, 3 more, and in my skills, I have got communication. And here I've got 1, 2, and make sure that this line now is the same. Okay, so this bottom line now has to be the same. So here you increase your kerning space to fit this. Now make sure that this gap is not too much between each and every word, so that this looks very empty. This gap should be kind of a little more than normal enter. Okay, so let's say that here if your gap is of 5 is 20%, here because it is 4 you need 100, so this you can keep at 25%. Okay, so this will be 120%, 125%, this will also be 120%. Got it? So that's how you have to fill this. So the balance is maintained. It is not looking out. And that same thing even goes with these other elements, okay, that what you're writing here. So all this is college, school or college name, your year, and your degree, and probably your percentage. So same 1 2 3 4, same 1 2 3 4, that should follow. In experience also, company name, your title, and then what you did. So try and fit your what you did in the same bracket, or else if balance it in a little by adding or removing certain points in each experience, and that's how you balance this. Okay, so now let's get back to our software. Then this is a very simple straight layout, but as you can see, he is working with this and this. So this big black blob is kind of balancing these 1 2 3, where this one is balancing this and this heavy text. So it's very important to balance. Okay, next is something where you could use graph. So you can take things directly from Word itself, but make sure that your resume is first written in simple text format. Okay, now these are all our Microsoft Word elements. Okay, now what we are going to do is that let's try and design some very nice and creative. uh, I don't want to work with this looks very dry. Okay, see your 1:3. Okay, and then your experience. Now this also, this person could have very easily done 1:3, but he has covered the space, because if you would have put 1:3, probably he would have finished somewhere here. Okay, so it's very important to even finish your page. So you can even break the layout like how they have done it here. Okay, so this is a full layout. Okay, office manager, contact info, and the whole layout, and then your. So again, see, because this is heavy, this has been taken care of, and this are balancing each other out, this one and this one. So there's a repeat, 1:2, 1:2. Okay, so there is a repeat that they are following in the layout, and most of the layouts are either this way or this is a flip layout. See, you can have a flip layout also, so that's not a problem. Okay, see, this is where the shapes come in. You see, they have balanced this shape over here. They could have done something here also, but it's fine. This is an image layout. This is also what we are required to do because we are designers. So this is a very nice, great example of a designer's layout. Okay, you could have different elements like arrows going from here to here and things like that. And you could use your contact information also could come up, and this could come down in this. And contact information, no, you use these colors, these 1 2 3 4, the 4 5 colors that he's using. You use that to highlight certain things, like your @ could be of a green color for all your middle of your phone number could be your purple or dark pink. Okay, your address could have a part of your address, your only your last part, that is your pin code, could have, or your country could have your uh, baby blue. So you work around that way. Okay, so that is a very nice way of doing the whole thing. And obviously your cover letter. Now this is again using angular shapes and perspective. So there are many options in a Word itself. You can stick to Word also and create a brilliant resume. Okay, but choose a resume that fits the amount of data that you have. Okay, but if you want to go totally on your own, then I'll be showing you all 4 5 more layouts. Okay, where we could work around that. So let's start with our software again. We clean this. Okay, we clean this, and now we will look at a very different kind of a layout. Fine, so let's make a page first. Now this is regarding that you have a lot of data. Okay, so what we are going to do, here you have your image. Okay, here you have your image, then here you have your name. So your name and surname. Fine, and here you have your title, that what you are as a designer. Okay, then what you do is that you write profile here and cover your whole profile here. Okay, let it be till this much. So it's this big block. Okay, and here you put your contact and social. So that all comes here, contact and social. Okay, once that is done, then so this is something that is not relevant to your academics. Okay, it's not relevant to your academics. So we put this here, and now we put experience, and now we put education. So what we are doing is that we started off with 1:3 layout, but now we'll continue with, so you put all your education, your experience here, and all your this here, and put a line. Okay, then you do accomplishments or awards or whatever that you want to put here, so that comes here. And then your last is knowledge, that is what softwares you know, okay, and skills, so that comes here. So that's how you can make this whole thing go this way. So that's how you could make another layout. Fine. So this is also a very nice, good layout. Now let's say that let's look at another brand new layout. Okay. So now let's look at a new layout. As I said before, that we could add our image in the whole output. So let's say again, this is my page, and now you put a big image of yourself here. Okay, there's a big image of yourself. So you are sitting on a chair or something like that, and only the top part of your torso is there. So this is a big image. Let's create it here. Okay, this is an image of yours with your face, your hands, your body, and your kind of a little bit of the top part of your torso on the chair. Got it? So this is you on the chair. So these are your legs, and so this is you. Fine. So that image is your. Fine. Now what we do, we write your name here and surname. Okay, and your title, that what you are. That comes here. Then what we do is that now we create a thin line and put the objective of why you want the job, and side by it your contact info. So your objective comes in that much, and your contact info also comes in that much. Okay. Once we are done, now there is a very smart way of doing. Let's say that you have not only learned one software, you have learned multiple softwares. So you can put your expertise this way and create a whole mesh. So this could be rectangles, or you could work with hexagons. Okay, so you have this kind of a shape, and then this follows in that particular way. So use a shape that you can pull further. So let's say this is going to be here. Okay, your third one. So again, this will be here. So use your shape wisely. Something that you can kind of take forward and create multiple things. So let's say in this one we use one software. So let's say here we use uh, Corel. Okay, here we use Illustrator, so Adobe Illustrator. Here we use PS, Photoshop, and so on and so forth. So leave this gap in between, or else fill this with color. Fill this with color. So use a football type design. Okay, create a football type design where over here you are, even over here you are putting cycling. Let's say you're putting rock climbing. So you're showing that you create a graphic where you're climbing a rock. Okay, and then let's say you're musically inclined, so put your guitar here. Okay, so that's how you could create this mesh, and that goes here. Now you can do it with blocks also, and fill it up. Now then once you write your experience, so this has to be filled up till here. Okay, this has to be filled up till here. Then you put, so experience, on this you write education. Now while you're doing that, you create a tabular column. So it could be this way, or it could be this way. So in your experience, you create this tabular column, and you just say your year, and your whole this whole thing is going to be your what you did in that company. So your with company name. Then again your with company name and what you did, your with company name and what you did. Okay, same in education. So education also will be follow the same format, and here you put your college, your and college, and then your name of the college, your college, your college. So that's what you did. And what if there's something special that you have done, like for example, you have done a special course on Corel, or you have done a special course on machine learning, or whatever. So you put some more details here. Fine. So that comes here. Now your image is following only till this part. This you put of a different color that is complementary to your image color. Okay, and this should be contrast to image color. Complementary and contrast. Okay, so what happens is that we are using our image, and then that. Now whatever color that you're using to create fill here, we split this into half, create a square or whatever, and fill that color at let's say 40 or 40 to 60% opacity, depending on how much you want to keep it. Okay, and then in this last part, now what is left? The activities that we do. And over here, you put your languages. So that also could be in tabular form, or it could be with stars. So whatever that is, 5-star is what you're really good at, and what is 3-star, 4-star is what you're kind of doing, and 1-star is what you're learning. Okay, so your activities also will come here. So that's how you complete this layout also. Okay, I know it looks a little shabby, but I don't have an option. If I'm sketching, this is how it's going to look, but I hope you can see this all throughout and do it accordingly. Okay, so this is one more layout. Now there is nothing at all that stops you from creating a multi-page layout. Okay, so in this, let's say two or three multi-page layouts. Okay, so in that, we are going to look at page 1. This is your page 1, and this is our page 2. Okay, now, so page 1, okay, let's say this is page 1 and page 2. Okay, now in this, what we are going to do is that first, let's keep it, let's say we are friendly or extroverted in nature. So you could start with hello. Okay, I am so and so, your name and your title. Okay, start with that. Put your picture in a circle and say profile, and put your profile here. Okay, then you say education, and this time let's create a timeline. Now this is a timeline layout. So sorry. Okay, this is a timeline layout. We come here, we create timelines. So this is edu1, edu2, edu3, and edu4. Okay, and their corresponding details. Okay, so this is my timeline layout. Okay, same you do it experience, and same in that also you create your timeline. That company 1, company 2, company 3, and company 4. There is no need to balance this. If you have 3 companies, please cancel this out, push this here, and give this spacing a little more. Okay, because in experience, any which way, you have to write more. So you could write 1, 2, and 3 for all you know, or so that's what it is. Make sure that this is taken care of first. If you think that there is a lot that you want to write here, then push this up, take education on the next page. Okay, so that is also fine. Okay, so that you are not compromising with your layout, as well as you're not compromising with what you want to do. Then over here, let's say we stick to this layout. Okay, this is not what we do, this is what we do. Okay, and now I'm going to, what you do is that you keep this space empty, and we start from here. So you write skills. So this top part now is purely to what you want to say, or if somebody wants to write any comments on your resume, like okay, he's the person we want or whatever. So leave that space empty, this much. Only this hello, I am so and so with the title. So leave that same space empty, and we can say this is my soft skills, soft and hard skills. Okay, so this soft and hard skills now is something that covers practically everything that you can do. Now, as we have put a 4-point layout, here also what you do, you write your soft skill 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's say soft skills are here, and you put bar graphs or stars. Then you write your hard skills here, and you put your graph here. Okay, or stars, whatever. So these are your skills, these are your, and this is your rating. These are your skills, and these are your rating. Okay, that's how you do. And then here we again activity and hobbies. Now here what you could do, you could write down what you like to do. Again, we keep a 1:4. You can write down, or even better, just create infographics. So you create a graphic. Let's say I want cycling. So this is my cycling. This is my mountain climbing. Okay. And then this is my stamp collection. So you create a stamp, and it should look like a stamp. So you need to put the crimping here and things like that. And this first one was travel. Okay. So you create your travel. So you create an aeroplane or whatever that you want to do. And that is of it. What is this? Then, then you work with awards, if you have any, or accomplishments, like the best employee of the year, or if you've got some awards in design competitions. So all that comes here. So that also will be 1:2. So you can have a 1:2 layout on this if you have a lot to write, or 1:3. So you can break that as long as you are and then last your references, 1 2 3 or 1 2 3 4. So whatever, however you want to do it. So you could have a 2-page resume also. Great. So I think we are on track with what we want to create. Yeah. Now let's look at something which is very, very, very niche. Let's say, yeah, I'm not going to make these are all general resumes. Okay. Now let's look at something which is very, 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 very specific. Okay. I don't want to make general resume. These are all what we did till now, no? Are general resume designs. I don't want to make a general resume. I want to make something that is extremely, extremely focused. So now I'm going to make a resume that looks like this. So my page 1, and this is my page 2. Okay. I'm going for interview with, so interview with an editorial. Okay. So there's an editorial. Okay. So this is my interview with an editorial. Now, when it's an editorial, so it's a print and publishing company, and I need to show my layouting skills, where I would want to show that, my whole resume should look like a magazine layout. Okay. So in that, what do I do? Either you could create a page border, so something that is thick. Sorry, my Wacom is acting a little funny. Okay. So create a thick border. It could be, one line here and one line here. So thick line, color this, and then your main thing should come in the front. So what we are going to do, let's say we use a running font, okay, and say curriculum writing. Okay, so here we are going to use a script font, and here we'll use a serif font. Okay, so here I write my name. So, and this is a serif font. See, most script fonts are sans serif. Most. Okay, there are very few script fonts that are serif. So your sans serif and serif is balancing out. So you write your name and then your title. Now, because we have created this and this, it's a very box type layout. So you take a box, put this here, and you put your image. Okay. And in your, no, in capital, okay, in bold, you write that what are your core competencies, you know. So let's say uh, uh graphic design. So it should all be in bold. Okay, this is your title. A graphic design graduate with um, masters in visual communication. So your education is kind of covered. Okay, specializing in print design. Okay, so this is going to be your whole title that comes here, and then in your normal body copy, you write your that what is your focus and what do you mean by this statement. Okay, so you say about a little bit about your accomplishments here. Now, what comes in the next page? Okay, here we keep something like your professional or work experience. Okay, and you put it in point form, like worked with this, so in this date, and this is what I did. Worked with this one, this date, and this is what I did. Worked with this one, this date, and this is what I did. Okay, so that's how you could work around this. Or even better, let's not put that here. Let's put education here. This is my education, and then this same color that is there, no? Okay, let's say I chose royal blue. Okay, here I take a box, a rectangle, and this also has to be royal blue. Okay, so you follow the same format, and here what we do is that here we write experience. Now this is all going to be in the serif font. Okay, all throughout, all this is serif font. All of this, the same font has to be carry forward. Whatever that you put here has to be carry forward. Only your curriculum vitae is written. Okay, and so this is your experience. So your year, where you what you worked. Okay, your company name in capital, or in large font, and then what you did for the company within that time. Same your company name and what you did. Okay. So 2, 3 companies, how many ever that are there. Then what we do is that now the last part that is there is a skill. So again, skill and your languages, and let's say you have an online profile. So online. So you put an online, your languages you put, and your skills you put. So that fits here. So this is a very editorial type design. Okay, where it is looking like a this page will look like a front page of opening page of a thing, and this is going to look like different sections that you are covering in this. Now this also could be worked more interestingly, like with the help of some graphic elements. So let's say you are creating a target. So your target comes here, that same target also comes here. Okay, and for all you know, you have a whole watermark of the target in this part. So that's how you could create more things, and or else your image could come within this target over here, so people know that you are there. Or even better, if you want, this curriculum vitae that you have written here, that could also come here in the same running font, so same script font. So we know that it is a part of the curriculum vitae. Okay, so that is how you can create a very dedicated kind of a design that you would want. So it is for an editorial. Now this same thing I done when I was working for looking forward for copywriting jobs. So at that point of time, this is what I had created when I started studying. Okay, so this is a very focused resume. Okay, so it's extremely old. And then this is what I did when that same resume, the material is the same, the colors used also are the same. And that is how what I did is that I split this to fit a graphic designer's resume, where I'm using infographics also in this. So that's how you could completely finish your whole resume and design it the way you want. So if you really think that this made a difference, it gave you more clarity, more focus on what you want to do, then please like, subscribe, and do not forget to share, because only sharing increases knowledge. Thank you.